Starting out the journey in Pristina, I decided to visit the Pristina Bear Sanctuary, and I wanted to make a little care package for the bears, so I went to the supermarket, got some fruit, vegetables and some honey of course, and off I went to the sanctuary. So I've made it to the sanctuary. I'm walking through. It's a 1.5 to 2 kilometer walk around the premises, and yeah, I dropped off the food that I got and just walking around. I'm actually quite impressed with the sanctuary. It's important to remember that these bears would not survive in the wild by themselves because they were kept at restaurants, for example, in cages. They also have a lion as well, which they told me was also rescued from someone who kept it in a cage. Like, what? And I think that the bears are much happier now than they used to be, because they used to be like a spectacle to attract people to restaurants, which is disgusting. And they were kept in like tiny little cages, but now they're kept in like enclosures, and they are kept, some of them I think by themselves, I don't remember, but most of them were with at least one other bear, and I read online that they pair them based on like how they get along and stuff. I also quite like the fact that it is a little bit out of the way and a little bit of a chore to get to. First of all, it's not full of noise pollution. You can see a lot of effort has been made to set things up for kids to learn. I would say that they need to probably directly say to parents, guardians, visitors in general, because I saw adults doing this as well, that they probably shouldn't be calling the bears, and that they shouldn't be screaming and shouting around them. That is the only negative thing I can say about it. After a scenic bus drive through Kosovo, I made my way to Beja, and when I say scenic, I really mean so beautiful. We were driving through the mountains and I just could not get enough of the views. I walked through town all the way to my hostel. It was more of a guest house rather than a hostel, but they had a dorm and they also had some cats, so I spent some time with the cats, and this was 11 euros a night. I was the only person in the dorm, and it was honestly such a nice house. Yeah, it's a 5-bed dorm. I was by myself. It's the fanciest bathroom I've ever been in for a hostel shared accommodation, and there was not just one, there was 2. Okay, I got some lunch. I was hoping for something savoury. I got a carrot pie, which ended up being a cherry pie, like cherry jam. At this point, I really wanted something savoury, but I don't really care. I just want calories at this point. I haven't eaten. We might be there. We're looking for a valley, and this is looking like a valley to me. It's actually so pretty. Okay, so it turns out that this is not the place we're looking for. I know the way is that way now because there's finally some signs over there. We'll go that way, but I just wanted to have a look. Apparently this is a panoramic balcony, so let's have a look. Time for a little break. You guys can't even see. Look at that. Can you see it? I don't want to drop my phone, but wow, we're not even there yet. And this is so pretty. Oh, I love this. You can't see me, can you? So this, was that better? I'm not really convinced. I'm just a girl and I just want a good angle, you know? Okay, so let's ignore the fact that my phone almost fell and smashed, but I caught it because reflexes. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. But what I was going to say is let's ignore the fact that I look like a tomato. It's what happens when I'm doing some kind of exercise or when my heart rate raises just the slightest bit. But look at where we are. Wow. Okay, so this is the actual way according to the signs. I'm so relieved that there is a sign. I'm gonna assume it's up because ain't no way I'm going down there.
Okay, this looks... I don't know how I'm gonna get back. Like, I know myself. I know I'm gonna fall over when I come back. I think I'm almost there. I've adopted this stick for stability, and I think that is the light at the end of the tunnel. Wait. It is so slippery. Oh, that hurt. I don't know how I'm gonna get down afterwards. Look, you feel a bit stranded, but I'm gonna feel so rewarded at the end of this. So I decided to turn around and come back. Just my instinct was telling me that it's not the right vibe. I hadn't seen a single other hiker. The routes were not clear. It was generally really muddy and slippery. I fell down a couple of times, which is a sign of my knees just going, because I do have issues with my knees chronically. Like, it's not something that I'm gonna get over anytime soon. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that too much because it's just going to make me cry. Okay, wait, let's appreciate the view for a minute. Change of topic. Can you tell I'm trying to distract? Anyway, I decided to return. My instinct was just telling me that it's just not worth it.
I think yesterday I exercised parts of my body that have never been exercised before. Like, my legs are aching so much, but only on the side, like exactly here. That was a workout. That was good.
I've just come to the city park, which is actually quite close to where I'm staying. And I'm just chilling, walking around. Went into the city, walked around a bit. Got a bit overstimulated, decided the park would be a much calmer and nicer environment to be in, and I was right.
I spent quite a lot of time in the city park. Honestly, I just really enjoyed the peacefulness and calm of it all. Eventually, I headed back to the guest house. I did some journaling and had some more cuddles with the cat Mumu. Such a cute name, and such a cute cat. Literally would not leave me alone for a single second. So yeah, I'm in Prizren. It's really cute, really picturesque. I was just out walking, saw the, I don't know if it's like, I guess the old town, and it was so cute. I loved it so much. There's a fortress which I'm gonna go up, but I'm not gonna lie, the heat is getting to me. It's not even that hot, but it's really like not enjoyable temperature wise, hence why I'm back here. But I'm gonna do the fortress at sunset because I think that would be very cute. I'm so out of breath. Definitely happy that I decided to not do this in the middle of the day. I'm trying really hard to not look that way because I don't want to spoil the view. I want to save it when I get up to the top, which kind of means no taking breaks, because I just know if I take a break I'm gonna look that way accidentally. But I think we're almost there. I can't get over that. The view is absolutely stunning. The city view is not going to top this, to be honest. I think I can even see a zip line. Yeah, I think that looks like a zip line starting from there. That's pretty cool. The mountain as well. A bit of snow. Does not disappoint. As I said, the mountains are better, but this is pretty cool. What? This is such a nice view.
I'm in the clock tower. It's so cool. Look at these views. I've been to a lot of like viewpoints in like clock towers and stuff, but I feel like this is one of the prettiest I've seen. You've got the mountains over there, and there's a bit of snow on them actually. There we go, snow. We've got the city, we've got so much green. It's a beautiful day, and I love the windows as well. It is stunning. We've got loads of mosques, and there's a church behind me. There's the fortress. Where's the fortress? It's in this window. There you go, there it is. That's amazing. So I was actually walking past here yesterday, and I can't believe I didn't notice it until I saw it on Google Maps afterwards. But there's just a freestanding door. Wait, there we go. Door 52.
So I got myself a pastry and wandered off and explored a little bit outside of the town this time. I followed this path and ended up finding a nice spot to sit and journal. There were a few people around, a few people having picnics, and generally a lot of families having a wholesome few hours out. But this slowly brings us to the end of this video. I really enjoyed my time in Kosovo, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Have you ever been, or would you consider going? Let me know in the comments, and I will hopefully see you in my next video next week.